Okay, here we have Gingerbread Boy. Yeah, I keep delaying each part because I still have to fix this documents with more accurate information, and I just don't have enough energy or time to do videos anymore. But I'll still try. So this has the original opening segment with the Teletubbies trying to be quiet at the control panel, and the Home Hill 4 opening shot is used with slightly different control panel sounds and slightly different sounds of the Nunu. And I vaguely remember seeing this segment, but I'm not sure if this is this episode. And then the TV events. It's slightly shortened, the TV events, but in this version of the episode, the first time they show the TV events, uh, they actually don't have one of the boys in the TV event reading the story. I think, yeah, their names are Oscar and Felix. I think it's Oscar's that's the one that's reading. Uh, Instead, I think a little girl narrates the story. And then when they show the TV event the second time, it's just like in the original UK version of the episode where we actually do see them read the story and talk about the different pages. Yeah, in the nursery rhymes video, a similar thing happens, but at the end, they actually show the clip of the little brother saying, and higher, higher, higher. Yeah. And then the baby son giggling at the end is different. And then the segment where the voice trumpet says, run, run, as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Yeah, but the episode is called Gingerbread Boy. And they use the Field 2 opening shot with the music cut short. And some of the... Lulu really needs to control that. Some of the dialogue of Teletubbies running away is muted, and the baby son clip at the end is off sync and shortened. I remember clips from this episode are seen in an old video, an old viral video from the mid 2000s. I think you might know which one I'm talking about. The "What's Up" one. It's the "What's Up" commercial. Both the Teletubbies, they show clips from this episode, and I remember a lot of people were talking about it. They also showed clips from that old Wishbone character ID, where it was these little animations they would show when a certain show was coming up. The animations was usually based on the shows. Teletubbies one had a bird looking at the Teletubbies antennas, and Wishbone had him reading a bunch of stories in his book. I don't remember seeing any of these. I remember seeing the Arthur one in a tutorial video for parental controls on Comcast digital cable, but I've never seen any of the other ones until YouTube came along. I think they did air on my PBS station WQED, but only for a little while, because when I watched the channel when I was little, they didn't show them at all. In fact, a lot of the bumpers, I've remember someone archived a lot of old WQED recordings from 2000, 2002, and a lot of them feature a lot of the old PBS Kids bumpers, a lot of which I don't think I ever saw when I was little. I think including that Teletubbies one. And then they do the running away dance. This is the same version from the US version of Orange Picking, except the Teletubbies giggling is off sync. And they cheer in the middle of the dance before they're about to do a second time, and the baby son's giggling is slightly different as well. So yeah. And Poe is the missing Teletubby, and also the Boo Shouter. This episode aired on August 3rd, 1999, the same day as the episode Crawling in the United Kingdom. In the Pledge Drive airing from what I've heard, has the Two Little Dicky Birds segment from the second version of Numbers 2. I vaguely remember seeing this, mostly because of the TV event music being off sync when they run off. I remember like a few episodes where that happens, quite a few. Some I don't. I think I heard the TV event plays once, like in the Nursery Rhymes video. I'm not sure if it plays the exact same way. And then the Running Away dance is the same version from the US version of Herding Sheep, because it has the windmill spinning at the end uh, with the Teletubbies saying "uh-oh" from the Twisty dance. And they go watch the Magic House, which is the bottom right window version, with the windmill stopping. Which I'm not sure if I remember that. I remember seeing an episode with a magical event starting after the running away dance, but I'm pretty sure it was a dream. But like the way it happened, like at the end of the dance, the camera cut to the windmill spinning right away for a magical event, like in the balancing episode. Yeah, that'll be a mystery I'll have to solve some other time. Dipsy's the Boo Shouter, with the alternate ending music. At least I think it does have it. And Poe's the missing Teletubby. In the rerun airing, it has a segment from Penguins where the Teletubbies are walking in different ways, but instead of the windmill playing the stop spinning sound while it's still spinning, it plays the magical event tune but slowed down. Apparently, a lot of episodes have the magical event tune slowed down. I don't think I remember that. Look, a lot of you are probably thinking I do remember that, but no. And then they go watch the Magic House, which is the top left window version this time with the windmill stopping. I vaguely remember seeing like at least one episode with the top left window version, and of course I had the windmill stopping. You have to fix this document again. Just minor error. Should probably pause this. Okay, everything's fine. Tinky Winky's the Boo Shouter with the alternate ending music. And once again, Poe's the missing Teletubby. I only like mention who is the missing Teletubby for like a specific version if it's different. Yeah, I think that'll be a better option, or if there's like some sort of slight difference, like with the end credits. And the Sprout airing, it has what, Lulu? It has the dancing bear instead of the running away dance, and starts right after the baby son giggles at the end. I'm not sure if I remember an episode where a magical event started like that. I might. And the bear dances once, and the windmill stops spinning. And Tinky Winky's the Boo Shouter again with the alternate ending music. And the second Sprout airing has the opening segment from Favorite Things, or, well, it's from the video, but I think it's originally from Naughty Bee. I think this time it's the same version from Favorite Things. It's the full segment they're busy with their favorite things. Poe can't find her scooter. I vaguely remember seeing this segment. I'm not sure if it was on Sprout, though. And then the Little Bo Peep magical event is used at the end. I'm not sure how they would fit that in there. With like these alternate Sprout airings having like so many long segments, maybe they could probably air like 1 hour versions, but I don't really think I've ever seen something like that. I like Sesame Street, they had those episodes 1 hour, and when they aired them on Sprout, they didn't shorten them at all. They might have like changed like a segment or two. Yeah, and apparently, like, when the event starts, they show the clip of the Teletubbies saying "oh" from the flag segment, uh, from Ned's bicycle. But I don't really know how that's possible because the Teletubbies were not even close to the house, like in that clip. Yeah. I forgot to type that the windmill stopped spinning. And Poe is the boo shouter, and Tinky Winky's the missing Teletubby. Numbers 8. This is an episode I don't think I've seen. I think this aired during the 10th anniversary of the show. I remember seeing a video of some guys watching this episode. They're watching a scene where the clouds are flying away. The narrator saying, "Bye bye, clouds." And then one of them's like, "Bye bye, clouds." They're saying, "What the heck is with that windmill?" And then one of them saying, "It's time for Tubby bye bye." Yeah, that does not happen in this episode. Yeah, I think that was recorded sometime around the 10th anniversary. So as the figure 8 segment at the beginning, I vaguely remember seeing it before a TV event. I'm not sure. The later audio of Poe getting chosen is used, unlike in the original UK version. And they added an extra part with the earth movers, or the diggers, as some people like to call them. The baby son's giggling at the end is slightly different. And then the scene with the clouds. Yeah, there's 8 clouds, and then the Teletubbies suddenly see 8 different things. So yeah, it's very freaky. The clouds are the same one from the Tubby Custard Cloud segment. And some parts of the baby son's giggling is a bit off and sometimes muted, but here they fix that. And Dipsy counting to 5 is off sync. Wow, I have a stomachache. And then they go watch the Magic House, which is the same version from Sing a Song of Sixpence, where it's the top left window version. Yeah, 4 plus 4 equals 8, so yeah. And other than some Sunday special versions, this is the only time that the windmill does not stop spinning after the top left window version. Because, like, in the top left window version, when the windows disappear, the curtains are still seen, and the music is much different. And in one Sunday special I've seen, I think it was football, they used the audio from the other versions of the event with the windows disappearing. But here they don't. So that was pretty cool. Though, like I said, on some episodes you can still hear the windmill stopping very briefly if you listen closely at the end of a magical event. So yeah, and then they do the walking dance, which I think is the same version from... I really should pause this. From the UK version of Shadows, except this time the Teletubbies are heard giggling during the dance, and the voice trumpet is a few inches higher. Yeah, I don't think I remember an episode where the camera cuts to the voice trumpet at the end of a segment rather than showing the windmill stopping or the baby son giggling first. But yeah, Tinky Winky's the missing Teletubby, and Poe's the Boo Shouter. The end credits are a bit delayed, and there's a 1998 copyright date. Yeah, I don't know how long they've been planning this season. I don't know if like a lot of these were originally for season 1. And this episode aired on August 4th, 1999, the same day as Shrimps in the Sand. In the Pledge Drive airing, it has the segment after a TV event where the Teletubbies are following Poe from Sand Pendulum. And then they go watch The Dancing Bear, which is the same version from Humpty Dumpty, where the baby son's not shown giggling at the beginning, which I don't know if I remember. I might remember this exact version, where after the dancing bear disappears, the camera fades to the baby's son, kind of like when the camera fades to the windmill stopping in some episodes. And then after that, they do the jumping dance, but this time it's the same version from Our Pig Winnie, where it's the original version, but when Tinky Winky's trying to do a special jump and he falls down, it cuts to the clip of him falling down the second time, rolling down the hill, which I don't know if I remember that. Poe's the missing Teletubby, and Dipsy's the Boo Shouter, I think with the alternate ending music. In the rerun airing, it has the second half of the Hedgehogs episode, where it has the stamping and stepping dance, and then it goes right to Little Bo Peep magical events, which I may or may not remember. I don't know. Little Bo Peep magical events is very fuzzy memory. But yeah, I know there's some people that remember it. There's one episode I know for sure has the event, but we'll get to that later. I'll talk about that as an episode I actually have on video. I think you might know what it is. But the Little Bo Peep event is the same version from Girl in the Back Garden, where the Teletubbies are heard giggling when they arrive at their destination, and the camera cuts to the voice trumpet without showing the windmill stopping. And Dipsy's the missing Teletubby, and Lala's the Boo Shouter with the alternate ending music. In the Sprout area, it has the second half of the Photo Faces UK version with the telescope appearing, which I vaguely remember seeing that. I think it's a bonus feature on the Time to Play DVD, but I used the UK narration. And I think there's a book, actually, I have based on it. It's a touch and feel book. You can feel the different things that Dipsy sees in the telescope. And it actually ends with the windmill spinning. The Teletubbies say, "uh-oh," and the text says, "time for Tubby, bye-bye." So, yeah, the windmill stops spinning in that book. So, yeah. But before the not Little Bo Peep, before the magic tree starts, the baby son's is shown giggling at the beginning, which I might remember. And then they do the round and round dance, which is the same version from Throwing, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Poe is the missing Teletubby, and Tinky Winky is the Boo Shouter. In the second Sprout area, it begins with the segment from Naughty Pig where the Nunu is tidying up before the Teletubbies arrive. I vaguely remember seeing that. I think there's several different versions of it with some audio differences, and then some of them have like Poe arriving with her scooter before the other Teletubbies come in. I think I might remember the Poe version. I don't know. And then after the TV event, they do the tiptoe dance, which I think I might remember. It's the same version from Let's Dance. I think that's what the video was called. It was packaged with some copies of the Go video on DVD. It was just basically the Teletubbies doing different kinds of dances. In the version in that video, the tiptoe dance is the extended version. The Teletubbies are heard giggling, and when they're about to do the dance the second time, the audio of them saying again, again from the dancing bear is used. And then the Tubby Custard Cloud segment, it is the same version from Funny Day, but it has no opening shots, but it immediately cuts to the windmill spinning right away. And it's the Animal Parade is the same version from Kittens, where the elephant's trump is not heard and the windmill stops spinning. Also, in the regular airing after the 8th segment, the Magical Ventoon plays a few seconds early. I should have written it over here. But in the second Sprout airing, Poe is the missing Teletubby, and Dipsy is the Boo Shouter. Hair braiding. This one is somewhat of an interesting episode. Not that much happens, but it is kind of interesting. I remember when this got uploaded a few years ago, and I was like shocked to see it. Then I saw like the UK version. I thought it was going to be exactly the same, but it is slightly different. So it has the opening segment where Lala comes out behind the trees and Poe is seen coming out from behind the windmill, and they run up to each other in front of the house. And I noticed in the Big Hug video, I think, I vaguely remember seeing this on TV. I might be thinking of the Big Hug video, but more on that later. The baby son sighing is a little bit early at the beginning. It has the Field 2 opening shot with the shortened opening music. And yeah, then the TV event, the girl is braiding her hair. I vaguely remember seeing this, but I kind of mistaken it for an Elmo's World segment. And after the TV event, they do the up and down dance, and it's the same version from Painting Easter Eggs. Ironically, it has the same opening shot from the Dipsy Sleepy Song segment, which is what comes after this dance. But like that dance, or that segment has the Right Path 2 opening shot with the windmill on screen. And yeah, I don't think I remember the Dipsy Sleepy Song segment. And the up and down dance has the closing shot used at the end instead of the Teletubbies coming outside to see the windmill and the baby son giggling, of course. And Dipsy is the missing Teletubby and the Boo Shouter. Dave Thompson's credited, even though none of his Tinky Winky scenes are in this episode. What else was I gonna say? I remember, I think Dipsy's Sleepy Song. I think that's on a CD that I have, an audio soundtrack. I might upload it, but I'm not sure about like copyright infringement or something. This episode aired on August 5th, 1999, same day as Cuddle's Poor Paw, except this has a 1998 copyright date. I don't know if like copyright date of like 1998 is like maybe when the original version of the episode aired, or like. But like I said, I remember like when I saw the first 2 seasons of the show, I remember every episode had the 2000 Ragdoll logo, sometimes the 2002 version with the Roman numeral year date. And in the Pledge Drive airing, I think I might remember the opening segment started with no opening shots, like in Big Hug. I'm not sure. And I think I heard the TV event plays once. I don't know if that's true or not. The up and down dance is removed entirely. And then after that, it has the Lala's Lullaby segment from Rocking Chair, and then the Magic Tree, and the camera fades to the windmill stopping at the end, from what I remember. Posed the Boo Shouter with the alternate ending music. At least I think. Actually, no. I think one of the other airings has that. In the rerun airing, just kind of going off track. The rerun airing, it has the segment from Ice Cream Sundae where Poe finds a watering can and it makes everything she waters grow really big. I vaguely remember seeing this segment. I think there's a book based on it. And then after the... Am I doing the rerun airing? Yeah. And after TV events, the Magic Tree, which is the same version from Haymaking. I'm not sure if this was the episode I saw with that. And then the segment from Animals Snails, where Tinky Winky is trying to sleep when Poe takes his bed. I vaguely remember seeing that after the Magic Tree. Lala is the Boo Shouter. Actually, no, I don't think any of these airings have the alternate ending music. Maybe one of them does, I'm not sure. Like I said, the alternate ending music, I think, was only in the alternate airings of each of the episodes. I'm not sure. Because I know no one who remembers anything like that. In the Sprout airing after the TV event, well, actually at the end of the episode, it has the Stamping Stepping Dance, the extended version. And in... Yeah, at the end it has the Stamping Stepping Dance, I vaguely remember that. And the second Sprout airing, it has, at the end of the episode, it has the Walking Dance, which is the same version from Seesaw, except instead of the windmill stopping, they go watch the Magic Tree, and then the camera fades to the windmill stopping. But before that, it has the Tubby Toast pattern segment from Pebbles. Now the beach. This one has the original opening segment with the voice trumpet making wave sounds of the ocean. I vaguely remember seeing that, but I'm not really sure. It's one of the few US episodes with the original windmill whooshing sound, which happens at the end of the segment. And the Teletubbies running off, which is the same clip from Ned's Bicycle, which I don't remember that being in this episode. And then the TV event. The TV event is actually shortened compared to the Here Come the Teletubbies video, which was released before this episode. Yeah, and some of the narrator's dialogue is a bit mixed up, a bit out of place in some parts. Yeah, it's very weird. I don't know why they did that. And on the pbs.org website, they mentioned that Dipsy gets chosen, but it's actually Tinky Winky. The baby son's giggling afterwards is different. And then after that, they do the Three Ships, which is the same version from Sarah Fraser and the Ducks. It starts the same as in the Peacocks episode, where it shows that field shot of that field with the flowers and the rabbits. You usually see it before the lion and bear begins, with like no music at all. And then the first part of the magical event tune plays. Except the shot of that field is slightly different in this episode. And the magical event tune is also a bit mixed up, kind of like in the US version of Numbers 3, when the Three Ships starts in that episode. And the animators for the Three Ships are uncredited in this episode. And then the Where's My Hat segment, which it was in the UK version of Here Come the Teletubbies, but not in the US version. Most likely because there's a scene where Tinky Winky kisses Lala like on the lips. It's very weird. I think like Rosie and Jim did the same thing at the beginning of each of their episodes. Yeah, except I actually vaguely remember seeing that show. I don't think I remember the segment. There's some errors at the end of this segment when Dipsy and Lala are coming to each other, and Lala is giving back Dipsy's hat. The windmill is just frozen in place, and the doors to the house are just wide open. And then they do a splashing dance, and oh my god. And then this stupid like scrolling thing is like too small, and I accidentally like almost messed things up. Lol, fail. And then they do a splashing dance, and the Teletubbies are heard giggling during the dance once again. The voice trump is a few inches higher as well. Poe's the missing Teletubby, and Lala's the Boo Shouter. The Ragdoll logo is slightly different. Also, I think it's the background being a slightly different color. I guess color correction or something. This episode aired on August 6th, 1999, the same day as The Hand-Shaped Turkey. And this was the last Teletubbies episode to feature the 1996 PBS Kids logo with the P-Pals. A while after this episode aired, they rebranded to PBS Kids with dot dash. And in the Pledge Drive airing, I think I heard the TV event plays once in the Pledge Drive area. I could be wrong. The Three Ships is not shown. And at the end of the episode, it has the falling down dance and the animal parade with the elephants, trumpet, and the windmill stopping. I remember like several episodes with the falling down dance taking place before a magical event or TV events. I'm not sure if the animal parade was one of them, but maybe. Dipsy's the Boo Shouter, I think, with the alternate ending music. I'm not sure. Probably not. I think maybe like in some other airing. In the rerun airing at the beginning, it has the segment from... Well, it's kind of a mix between two segments. This is what I remember. I'm not sure if this is the episode I remember, but it's a segment where Lala is dancing with her ball next to the house. And there's two different versions of the segment, one from painting Easter eggs and living in flats. I remember it was kind of both versions. It had Lala throwing her ball up in the air, and then waiting for it to come down, and then she dances like some sort of ballet dance with it, like in Living Flats. Except the TV event music is in sync this time. It's the same music from the beach. And then the three ships comes before or at the end of the episode, after a segment from Naughty Pig where Dipsy's hat keeps blowing away in the wind, which I remember that in the Magic Pumpkin. I might remember an episode with that. And then the windmill stops spinning. So yeah, in the Sprout area, it has the segment from Hand Painting where Dipsy is bringing his hat, is coming to the trees, in front of the trees with his hat on. And I vaguely remember seeing that. I'm not really sure. And then the walking dance is shown. Well, before the walking dance, it has the fancy hat segment from Mark and Zoe cooking, which I remember that on the favorite things video. I'm not sure if I remember this episode. And then they do the walking dance, and and then the and then the three ships. I'm not sure how it starts. Actually, I don't know if I got that information right. No, I was wrong. It comes after the fancy hat segment, and then they do the walking dance, the extended version. I should have double checked this. In the alternate Sprout area, it has the Tubby Toast Tower segment from Naughty Sock Returns at the beginning, which I vaguely remember seeing that, but I think I remember seeing it before Magical Events. And then the three ships is cut this time. And at the end of the episode, it has the splashing dance being the same version from the Sunday special version of Ned's Geraniums. I think that's what you call it. I think it's how it's pronounced. It's the same version from Dirty Dog without any opening shots, but it has the windmill spinning at the end and the Teletubbies running off. And they watch the dancing bear dancing once with the windmill stopping. Poe's missing Teletubby and Lala's the boo shouter. I don't know why I just suddenly mentioned that. But yeah. I think I'm gonna stop it here. I'm not really feeling in the mood right now. See you later.